What up, YouTube? Agent Persuasion here with my boy Slim, and also Luxury Gaming still here too. This is gonna be posted on their channel first, but we're here with one and only Koty Angeloff, who got top 4. What did you do this weekend with what deck, my friend?
So I played pure tier with no Biz Heals, no hand traps, no high spirits.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty much
it.
What I played. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
And he got that vanilla.
Yeah. You got that nice erratic target.
He got that vanilla, baby.
Indeed.
All right.
Split.
And then
we split, by the way.
So third
I know
and
it says fourth, but we split.
yeah. It basically looks like you got third and fourth. Yeah, you know, third, fourth, easy. Technically fourth though.
True.
On paper, you're
After
fourth.
the fact, it was a homie decision after the fact.
Yeah, after the fact. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's get into it, brother. Or if you want to do shoutouts first, you can do shoutouts.
Yeah, let's do shoutouts. So first off, shout out to Luxury. You know, shout out to Ethan.
This man right here.
This man's the plug for cards right here. He's the plug for cards.
He's like, who
I
are
love
you
him to
talking
death.
about?
Shout out to Elise for hosting me for the weekend.
Yes, Elise.
Shout out to all the boys at home for sure. And shout out to the barber shop. That's where I did all of my testing for this event. I spent like 10 hours a day or something like that the last 2 weeks just testing for this event. Like Polly, Jib, Tristan, those were like my testing partners for this weekend, and it turned out that the deck was insane.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, that should be it.
All right, man, let's get in it. Let's see it.
All right, so if you're not playing like 12 tiers, then there's something wrong. Honestly, these cards are crazy. Next, I did play a small danger package. So I'm not playing high spirits, so the dangers actually really help a lot with like unbricking hands, going second, so you get extra extenders, making curious. These cards they overperformed all weekend, especially with the new card Scream, because it gave you extra cards to actually hit out of your hand and actually gain value from. Yeah, these cards overperformed all weekend for me. And next, the last monster, Night Sword Serpent. So for anyone that doesn't know what this does, if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, it can special summon itself but banish it whenever it leaves the field. The biggest part about it is it's a level 4 to make Dweller, and also another card in my extra deck that you guys probably saw on stream. But yeah, this card was really, really good this weekend. Next, 3 field spell, and terraforming. There's nothing really to say about these cards. Next, for the other tier cards, I played 1 Heartbeat and 3 Scream. So this is the best tier card that came out of the new set, in my opinion. It has 3 different effects. It's Threatening Grower, it searches for a trap, and also it mills 3 whenever either player summons. So in the mirror match, this card is very, very important to have because it allows you to actually play if you get Dweller, because you can just kill the Dweller and on like Scream and another tier monster, and then be able to play on their turn. Also, being able to search this off of Kick Hollows and then milling it later in the turn, so you have this and you also get to search for a trap, is very, very important. Also, milling this early with any of your effects and getting into Solic early to discard off of Rhino Heart is just free cards. And Heartbeat, this is usually why I send off a Curious. Funny enough, there are no like specific Curious cards in my deck, but Heartbeat was the best because you mill so much in this deck, especially with the 3 Scream, that you'll be milling either Solic or Crime, and just ending on Solic and Crime game 1 is just it's unfair. Honestly.
Really,
also, it's a Mystic Mine out, which was nice. Next, I played 3 Super Poly and 3 Dark Ruler. This card was not droplets simply because I didn't want to discard a lot of cards just to get crimed. I thought a lot of people would be on crime in the main deck. I did see 2 crimes, but just the fact that this card also against Runic Sprite, just being able to Dark Ruler their board and then not have to discard any of your other cards was actually like really big. Because it's just one card instead of discarding 2 to 3. Next, for the one-ofs, Instant Fusion, Cards Insane, Call by the Grave. I did play this because on the off chance I do get to hit like a Shifter, or if people are going beyond hand traps like Bell, Crow, Ash, all those cards. Upstart Goblin and Foolish. So these are the spells. Notice that I'm not playing Desires in the deck, but I'm playing Upstart Goblin. So the reason why I didn't play Desires is because every time I would activate Desires, I would mill like banish 3 names for my deck. And since my main goal is to end on Scream, I want the extra names in my deck to be able to hit more consistently. And with Desires, yes, you draw an extra card, but like from what I experienced with my testing, it didn't really matter. The extra card didn't. But Upstart was insane all weekend. It drew me like 5 Super Polys and 2 Dark Rulers.
That's our Koty right there.
and then the traps, 2 Solic and a Crime. So I decided to main this card because, like I said before, if you do go first, I do want cards that help with the evenly matched in the main deck, which a lot of people were doing from Ecuador. Also, I think that with this plus another card in my extra deck that I end on, which it's just so hard to break. And yeah, this card was just really, really good this weekend. Yeah, that's the main deck. I play 40 cards, 39 cards, you know.
Always 39.
And for the extra deck, the extra deck is weird, I guess. So Spren, new inclusion to the deck. It always gets you to melee. 1 elf. I played Dark. I played Curious because I played the danger cards. I played Apollosa because against the Flunder matchup, also in the mirror match, it's really nice. Also, it was either this or Zeraboros, but I thought that Apollosa would be a lot better in the mirror match, only because like, yes, you only get 2, but you're ending on more cards and like Solic to be able to protect the Apollosa a lot better with like Crime and another card. But yeah, I didn't make it that much, but it was still good this weekend. Next, Underworld Goddess. So a lot of people were getting back onto the Runic Sprite deck, and against Tier, they will always be ending on IP plus Elf to make Avermax, and I just wanted a card in my extra deck just to deal with that card through the Runic cards. So this card, I only had to make it once, but when I made it, I won.
Easy.
Those are the links, and then I played 3 Exceeds. Dweller, I mean, not much to say about Dweller. And then for a lot of the versions of Tier, I played the Bahamut Toad combo. So this was probably the most made extra deck card in my extra deck, besides Kick Hollows. But I made this almost every game. And also, something really cool about this package as well is that if you have an extra, like if you have Night Sword Serpent or Rhino Heart, you can make Curious with those and then add back Rhino Heart to make it like your Crime live. So just ending on Toad, like that's very good, but also giving the fact that you can just make Curious as well is just a really, really cool interaction. Also, if you do leave Bahamut up with Sprint, it's also another interruption, which is kind of cool.
That's the goo right there.
And then for the fusions, I only played 6. I played Mud Dragon, 1 Kick Hollows, Garura, Draco Stapelia, Lulu, and Kaleido. These are all standard. The second kit didn't come up at all. It got banished a couple times off Bistids, but I never needed to like bring it back. But yeah, like the only thing that I would change from the extra deck is maybe like cut the Underworld, but I don't know. I'm so terrified about Avermax. It's not funny. Like the kit was not that important.
Yeah.
And then for the side deck, Time Rules. Yay! Everyone loves them, right?
Yay.
Next I play 2 Sphere Mode. I'm going to bring these cards out with the sphere modes as well. Okay, so 2 sphere mode, 3 mine, 3 evenly. Like I said before, I do not play hand traps. In the mirror match, I just side these cards in, and if they do the high spirits board, then that's fine. I just fear mode them evenly, set up like Scream with like a Sharon or something, and you're good. Or you just fear mode them and then Mystic Mine them, or you just have Mystic Mine evenly. A combination of these cards is pretty much what you're aiming for, and I don't know, like, I didn't really like the hand trap approach because usually they can play through 2 hand traps, maybe even more sometimes, and I just felt like that board breakers were just better from testing. But yeah, also all these cards go in against Sprite as well, so if they just scoop game 1, like, you don't really miss side, which is nice. Next, I played Feather Duster and 2 Cosmic. These were my back row hate cards, besides the evenly matched. So this was a 3rd Cosmic Cyclone, but I decided to play Duster instead because the Runic Sprite decks, they just had a lot of back row, and why not just destroy them all?
Makes sense.
And then the last 3 cards were 3 Skill Drain. So a lot of people were not playing this card. And from what I was understanding with my testing is that I didn't have a go first card, and I didn't want to leave Dark Ruler in my deck. So against everything that was in the mirror match, this card was just a blowout card. Because with Scream plus Pelarano, or however you say it,
fuel spell.
I thought that my monsters were just so big that it did not matter. Like, my Lulu got to become like 4,000, my Kaleido Heart's 4,000, and then, yeah, it's just like impossible for people to out those cards with Skill Drain. Also, the cool thing about this deck as well is that you can actually play under Skill Drain because of like the Field Spell, and also with Scream, so you can just continuously like just pump out like big fusion monsters. But yeah, I didn't draw this card once all tournament because I never got to go first, really. So yeah, but in testing, this card overperformed, and I am still glad that I played it.
For sure.
But yeah, that's
the deck. All right, man. Congratulations on top 4. Any final words for you?
I
think you did shouts already.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's all right,
Honestly,
man.
Let's go.
All right, man. Congrats on top 4, and thanks for deck profile.
Appreciate it.